Attention. The party is about to commence.
Welcome to the party.
What's up, party people? I'm Julie Foudy.
And I'm Abby Wambach.
And I'm Billie Jean King.
The Kinger is back, baby.
Cha-ching!
Cha-ching. Okay, Kinger, you were like on this amazing trip I was following closely on Instagram. I'm like, what is happening? You went to South Africa, where Alana is from, of course, and her family is all there still, right?
We had
For the
11
holidays.
people.
Yeah.
We had relatives, we had friends, we had godchildren. Oh my gosh. We went on a safari while we were there. We went to Cape Town, Joburg, and all that. It was just an amazing
The safari
trip.
looked amazing. Yeah, I was like,
It was.
oh my gosh.
If anybody out here, if watching or listening, if you haven't been on a safari,
I haven't.
it costs money, of course, but it's worth it.
Wait,
Yeah.
Billie, did you, were you in like one of those like open Jeeps?
Oh, absolutely open. You see the lions, you see the giraffes, but sometimes you see nothing except the outdoors. But you
Right.
just keep quiet, you keep listening and looking, and you have a guide, and then you have a lookout guy.
Were you
it's
scared?
really- I'm alert. I do
Alert.
get scared a little. I'm a wimp, though. You know, I'm a total wimp. So-
I'm alert.
I really want to go on safari, but I want our kids to be a little bit older so that it's like something that they really remember.
Yeah.
Oh, you won't forget it. You have to do it.
Yeah. Okay, but then, of course, in Kinger fashion, she goes from being in South Africa, and literally, I was like, "Oh, Alana, you're back. Kinger, you're back." And they're like, "Nope, we're going to Germany tomorrow." 24 hours later, I was like, "What?" So, tell us about that turn and and how you possibly do this. I don't understand how you can do that.
With difficulty. I didn't want to miss it. They really wanted me to go. This was for the WTA announcement with Mercedes-Benz, the biggest deal really in the history of women's sports.
Yes.
And Mercedes-Benz, we were at their museum, which was just phenomenal. The antique cars. I didn't even get a chance to see them. All I did was work all day doing media. But I was thrilled to be there. I'm thrilled they even asked me. And, we had, it's amazing. They're going to be an amazing partner. So I'm really happy. And, we had the WTA ventures there with Marina Sorti, and we had Valerie Camillo is going to be the new chair. We had all kinds of people
Love
there.
it. Bunch
So
of
a lot
women.
of women
Bunch
now.
of rad women.
Yeah, right. Women are really leading the WTA now. Steve Simon, who was there, is just leaving. He was a great guy. But anyway, this is really exciting. It's going to take a lot of work. You get these exciting things, but, nothing is just given to us. But I think it's going to help women's sports, women's tennis.
Yeah, and the deal...
it was thrilling to be there, actually.
As I understand it, it's so Mercedes-Benz has signed this potentially $500 million long-term deal.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, they're becoming the premier partner
Right.
and exclusive automobile partner of the Women's Tennis Association. And it starts next year in 2026. But they're investing about $50 million annually to boost women's tennis visibility, of course, create player experiences, I read, and support the goal of achieving equal prize money across the tour by 2031, which is really cool.
Yeah, everyone's trying like crazy because we do believe in equality and inclusion, and women and men should get the same. So that's what we've fought for forever since we started the WTA in 1973, and that was the first year the U.S. Open had equal prize money.
So, Billie, is Mercedes going to give you a car? Because if they do, I would love to see you in a G-Wagon, the new electric model.
I'll make sure I tell them.
G-Wagon, G-Wagon.
I think my license just expired. I have to go get it again. So I'm
You
in
should
trouble
do that.
already.
Yeah.
No, but their ambassador is Roger Federer. He was there. And of course, I love him. He's a great guy.
Oh.
And he has two sets of twins, two girls. He's got two girls and two boys. And his sister has twins. So it's a very twin family.
Wow.
It's in the
So
water.
it was great to see him.
Yeah.
And also, Coco Gauff was just signed on as the woman ambassador for Mercedes-Benz. So we got to see her virtually. So that was fun as well.
As someone who founded the WTA so many years ago and have been fighting for recognition and equal pay and all these things, what does that mean to you in that moment where you're like, this company is going to drop $500 million on women's tennis alone in the next 10 years.
Well, I made sure that I thanked every single one at Mercedes-Benz because it's a long haul, man. People don't see the challenges you have on the ground and how hard it is. I mean, we're talking about the WNBA now. We're talking, it's a constantly discussing with the players, with sponsors, with everything, media. You just keep moving forward. And of course, my brain is always how it works. It's like, okay, how do we make sure we do a good job for Mercedes-Benz? How is this going to help us? How can we make a difference in women's sports? My brain's just flying. So it's always a new beginning, these things. It's not really, it's a continuum. And you know that with soccer or any sport. It's just a lot of work. It's one thing getting it. It's another thing maintaining it and keeping it.
Yeah. Well, it was awesome to see. I'm glad you were there for that big moment.
I'm really happy.
Turning around from
Privilege.
South Africa and jumping over from New York back to Germany. I hope Mercedes-Benz knows what you did for that as well. So, all right, coming up.
I think that's hilarious. I don't
Coming
think that
up,
was on your mind, Jules, but thank you.
We're drafting our 3 favorite events or moments of 2025. So literally the ones that moved us, that stayed with us, that we're still talking about, and that shaped sports for this year. And of course, we're making it competitive because that's what we do. We're fiercely competitive. But before we look back, we want to look outward, actually. And instead of our usual party starter, we thought this would be really fun for us to actually talk about some of the voices that are lifting us up, or creators or podcasts or books that you're reading. Basically people who inspire us and people who are doing like the thoughtful, important work. So we're each sharing someone we think the party people should be watching, listening to, reading, or following in the new year. So let's get this party started with the highlights and headlines you'll want to celebrate this week in women's sports. Our party starter is brought to you by Ally, the bank that is your ally. Kinger, who you got? I'm taking you first, sister.
Well, I'm sorry, everyone, but I love history. I'm a history major. Oh, I
Why
get
are
to
you saying
graduate.
sorry, by the way? You shouldn't
I don't know.
apologize for
Anyway.
that.
Well, some people don't like it, but just
I do.
I do.
You do? Oh,
So
this is
important.
great. Okay. Well, I've been reading this. I finished the book, Birch By's book. All of you out there probably are going, who the heck's Birch By? He was a senator from Indiana, and I got to know him. And he's one of the co-authors of Title IX. So just reading about his life, his wife, Marvella, we had a discussion one time, and he said, I got to write the set 37 words of Title IX. And everybody out there, please know about Title IX. That's really when women's sports took off. That's the first time we had athletic scholarships ever. And the first one went to Annie Myers in 1974 for basketball at UCLA. So anyway, he just had no idea, because in this 37 words, there's the word activity. And he said we couldn't decide whether to leave it in or take it out. And they took it in, they left it in, they took it out, they kept talking about it. Well, if they hadn't left it in, we would not have athletic scholarships. And he said, thank God we left it in. And he had just made such a difference in my life over time. But I just want everyone to know him. And then, the book's called Making a Difference.
I was just going to say, what's it called? Yeah.
Making a Difference. So everyone, please read this book if you have a chance. It just will clarify why we have what we have now, and hopefully we'll continue to improve on.
I love
Perfect.
that. That's a great one. Good one, Kinger. Abigail, what you got?
Okay, I got a couple because I just can't do one thing. Sorry.
I'm sorry, that's not allowed. That's
But
breaking
I'll
the
be
rules.
quick.
We
But
are
I'll be
rule
quick.
followers.
I'll be quick. I want to highlight a few of like the influencers and podcasters that are talking about women's sports. We are an inclusion kind of a people, and we are all boats rise kind of a people, right? Like, we are not competing against the other women podcasters. We want them to do as well as we are doing. So you got Sarah Spain's Good Game podcast. You got the Women's Game, Sam Mewis's podcast. You got Coach Jackie on the internet, who I just love this kid. I met her over championship weekend, over the NWSL championship weekend. And I mean, she's a grown adult, but she's a kid to me. So I should probably call her a woman. And the way that she's approaching the storytelling of women's sports is so modern and interesting and heart-based. And I just love her content. In fact, I get a lot of my women's sports content from Coach Jackie's feed. I really love what she's doing, and I can't wait to see what she's going to be doing next in 2026. And I know I'm forgetting so many other people. Tobin and Kristen's podcast, the recap show, Kelly O'Hara's Sports Are Fun. Who am I missing? Megan Rapinoe and Sue, A Touch More, Bird's Eye View.
Yeah. Candace Parker and Aaliyah Boston's Post Moves. Just so good as well.
And Michaela Schifrin is starting a new podcast. There's just, we got to keep propping each other up because there's just so much awesome women's sports content to be sharing. So that is my thing. Jules, what about you?
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, agreed.
I met Jackie when she was a kid.
You did?
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
She was already a reporter.
Yeah.
This is her life.
So good. She's so good. And she tells such good stories. We told her, we're like, some of the things that you bring to light is like, oh my God, we've got to do that on the pod. Yep. And so it's so helpful. I'm glad that you pointed out a lot of those abs. That was amazing.
Coach Jackie gets like the one layer deep. She goes one layer deeper. It's not just the statistic. She's like, why is Anna Simnova
why is it so important?
Why is this player, she lost? Oh, she took this time off, and she tells the whole story. I just love her. She's great. Go ahead, Jules. What's you?
My thing is actually an organization I wanted to draw attention to and tell the party people about, because it's this amazing group. It's called Bossy. It's pronounced Boss. It's spelled BAWSI for Bay Area Women's Sports Initiative, but we call ourselves, we are Bossy. And the girls all say that. And it's this amazing nonprofit founded by Marlene Bjornsrud, who was the general manager, actually, of the San Jose Cyber Rays, the Northern California San Jose team, in the first women's pro soccer league. So WUSA days, Billie Jean King, those days well, helping us get that league off the ground, the first women's professional soccer league. So Marlene was the general manager of the San Jose Cyber Rays. And when the league folded in 2003, I believe.
Yes, right before the World Cup.
Yeah, right before the World Cup. Marlene basically was like, I want to create something that outlasts obviously with no longer having the WUSA, that brings the women's sporting community together. So she sat myself, Brandy Chastain, a bunch of women together in her living room, and we came up with this idea of, what if we created this nonprofit that actually used female athletes, so collegiate athletes, high school athletes, to teach in under-resourced schools and areas women's sports to young girls who weren't getting any access to them. And this has been going on now for almost 20 years. Bossy. And there are a lot of bossy girls out there, which I love. And they go into now elementary schools, middle schools, high schools. So they stay with them as they go to each school. And the stories from these young women are amazing. They also do Bossy Rollers, which is for kids with disabilities. So I just want to give a shout out to Bossy. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, go check it out at Bossy. BAWSI is their Instagram handle, and their website is bossy.org, and support them if you can, because they're just doing tremendous work in Northern California.
I've been out there with you. That was great. It was fun to see the group.
Yeah.
Marlene is awesome too. Is Marlene still a part of Bossy?
She's retired. And so Yeah, she's retired.
You
She's no
never
longer running,
retire.
but she comes. We do the galas every year, so we were at the gala last year together with Brandy and getting people fired up. But yeah, she's amazing, Marlene, who founded all of this. So thank you, Mar.
And I think that is your party starter, Jules. And I thanks to Ally for sponsoring this segment. And as we know, Ally is more than a bank, and their Do It Right approach helps customers unlock their economic potential and guides their efforts as a leading sponsor in women's sports. Just like us, Ally believes that when women in sports win, we all have a reason to party. Ally Bank, member FDIC. As always, a huge thanks to our friends at Shipt. From groceries to decor, gifts, and everything in between, Shipt saves you time with same-day delivery from your favorite local and national stores like Albertsons, Michael's, Target, and PetSmart. It's all about the small victories. Okay, Jules. So this is how this is going to work.
What are we
We're each gonna
drafting?
We are going to draft our best holiday foods. You're going to choose 3, and I'm going to choose 3. And it could be anything. And I just really want to know why. Like, why are you choosing this as your favorite food? I'm just really interested. I think that we're going to have very different choices. You go ahead.
I'm going kind of nostalgic because these are some of my mom's best dishes. And they're a little bit labor intensive. So Fruity Judy, this by no measure means that you must make these this holiday. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But they are her sweet potatoes with brown sugar and butter. Do you ever do that?
No, but I knew that you were going to do something fairly healthy.
Is that? Brown sugar and butter is like half of the dish, and it's a mashed sweet potato. And then it's covered with this crusty layer of brown sugar and butter. Salted butter, not regular butter. Salted butter, y'all. Oh, you don't like salted butter? You don't like salted butter?
Salted butter. No.
Okay. I was going to say, we cannot be friends,
yum.
Abby. Okay. Oh, I thought you were going, ooh.
Julie, I make my own butter.
Yes.
Do you know that I make my own butter?
You make your own
I
salted?
make my own. Yes.
Ian does that. That's crazy. Yeah.
So good. It's much easier than people think. Do you want to hear what my first pick is?
Yes, please.
Strata.
Donuts.
Have you ever heard of strata?
Yeah.
But essentially, the night before Christmas, I get a bunch of eggs and bread, and I cut the bread up into like small pieces, and I get a bunch of eggs and I whisk them up. I put a bunch of I cook some sausage and put that in, some green onions.
Yum.
You can put peppers in there if you want. If you want to get a little wild, you can put whatever veggies you want. And then
I'm sensing
salt
like big
and pepper.
egg casserole.
Yeah, so like egg with like a little bread in it, and then you cover it with cheese. You put cheese on top, and then you let it overnight. You let it sit and in the refrigerator, and like the bread soaks up all of the eggs. And then in the morning, you pull it out, you let it come to room temperature, and you cook it. And then it is like, it's like a quiche in a way, like a sausage, egg, cheese quiche. And that's our breakfast. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite breakfast.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my second and third together because they kind of are together. My mom's blue ribbon potatoes, she shreds them. The potatoes. It's very potato themed. I did not realize this. And then cheese and all sorts of goodness in there. It's just like sour cream, cheese, lots of cheese, lots of butter, lots of things.
Yes.
And then my mom's, sorry, Mom. Ian, you're a great cook. My mom.
Evidently, Julie doesn't do any cooking.
No. My mom's banana cream pie. Oh, homemade. Oh, damn. So good.
Nice. Okay, my last two are my mom's sugar cookies. They're like sour cream Christmas sugar cookies. They're the best things ever. And then she does this other thing where it's like graham crackers, and then you put butter and brown sugar on top, and then chocolate chips, and it's like the graham crackers, toffee, chocolate, and then you put them in the refrigerator. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, that is it for this round of the draft party. A huge thank you to Shipped for being our presenting partner as we wrap up the year. And this whole series has us looking back on the big things that are coming up, and what we love about our holidays. And we cannot wait for the next draft that is ahead. What a year. And honestly, having help on the life logistics side lets you actually slow down and appreciate those big moments. And this is why we choose Shipped. Download the app or order now at shipped.com. That's SHIPT.com.
All right, party people, it's our final episode of 2025, and we're going big. That's right, because this year in women's sports also went big. It delivered over and over again. So today we're putting it to the test. We're going to do a snake draft. Each of us is drafting our top 3 moments, women's sporting moments from 2025. And
Billie, what's a snake draft?
yeah, I was just going to say, for those of you who don't know, because I didn't, full disclosure, I didn't know what a snake draft was. It's a draft where it snakes around. So we're going to go, Kinger gets the first pick, okay? Abigail, you get the second pick, and I get the third pick. But then in the next round, we snake around where I get the first pick. We reverse order it. You get the second pick, and Kinger gets
Keeps
the
it
third
fair.
pick. And then in the third round, Kinger, you, me. Get it? Okay?
Yeah, just say our names. Go.
I got you.
Go.
And more importantly, I've got my small whiteboard. Do you see it? Do you see my
Ooh,
whiteboard?
excellent.
Yeah,
That's
Kinger, I
very
gave you
nice.
blue, Abigail orange because your hat, and I'm going with the mighty green machine.
Ooh, I love blue.
Nobody messes.
Blues are
Okay,
good.
so these moments that we're picking, party people, they're not just like box scores or trophies, right? Like literally, this is stuff that shifted the conversation this year, stuck with us long after the game was over. For example, Aces, Las Vegas Aces winning the WNBA title is one of the moments you could choose. Women's rugby World Cup final in England, that England won in England. That was very cool. That happened earlier in the year. We've got the UEFA European Championship for women's soccer, which England also won. We've got the NWSL final, of course. We've got Lindsey Vonn returning from a 5-year retirement and winning her 83rd World Cup race. I mean, we've got a lot of it. I don't want to go over all of it, but you'll hear it and these are our personal top 3 moments that we're choosing for 2025. And we get it. We didn't get everything. We're going to miss some stuff. So tell us, what moments are still sitting with you? What moments are you still talking about that mattered to you this year? And of course, at the end of all of this, we'll put our 3 picks up there, and y'all, party people, get a vote on who's best, because there's always a winner when the 3 of us are competing.
That's right.
Because we're sick, and I like to win, and I constantly lose, and I'm getting really upset about it. Okay, Kinger, you see me keep losing.
I like to win. Yeah, everyone does.
Kinger's first question is, how do we win at podcasting? I was like, yes,
That's what I
love
said.
that shit so much.
What's winning? Sometimes people don't know what that is.
Right. What is winning?
Yeah, that's a really good
what
topic,
is winning
actually.
for this one
What is winning?
with the top 3 picks. Okay, a quick heads up before we get to our snake draft, because we're about to turn the calendar to 2026. We're kicking off the new year with the incredible Dr. Colleen Hacker. All right, we call her Flash because she's like a flashlight that shines light on everything.
I call her Hacker.
Yeah, or you call her Hacker, I call her Flash. And Colleen was our mental skills coach for many years on the U.S. Women's National Team. And she has basically, I feel like, helped every sport out there in every Olympics, and has done like the past 10 Olympics. I don't know what she's at. I should know that, but it's a lot. And she's amazing. So she's helping me and Abby kick off the new year right. And Kinger actually, true story, makes Flash, Dr. Hacker, cry in this episode because she sends a video into her. It's really cute. Like, not cry, but like in a good way cry. So check us back out on January 1st to find out why the Kinger made Hacker cry. You are cruel, Kinger. But right now, it's draft day, party people. Our favorite moments of 2025. Let's get this party started. Kinger, you're up. You're in blue, as I said, on my board, on my draft board. What is your top moment from 2025?
Well, for me personally, it's Madison Keys winning her first and only major at 29 years old.
Okay.
In the semis, she was down match point against Iga Swiatek. So she won her first major ever in the Australian, and she was down match point. So I am so happy for her. And everyone in tennis now has exhaled because we love her.
I love it. That was to start off the new year, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That's Australians in January. It's perfect.
Yeah.
That's another reason I did it.
Okay, I love it. Okay, good. Madison Keys. All right. Abigail, you get the second pick. I'm letting you go second.
Okay. And I just want to say this. All of the ones that are going to be on the list that we're choosing from that we put in the show notes, we know that there's more. And I know that almost every single one of these could go on our podium, right? All of these are winners, but we just have to whittle it down. I am going to go with the Women's Rugby World Cup final in England, that England won. The final was sold out. It was a huge success. To me, one of the most important things is that the NWSL is seeing pretty great success, that the WNBA is seeing pretty great success. I want to keep looking out to all the other sports that when I am watching and I'm seeing how many people in the stands and I'm watching and I'm seeing how covered it's getting by the media, I think, oh my gosh, that feels like it did when we were in the early 2000s with women's soccer.
Yeah.
That is feeling a lot. So maybe these sports like rugby are just like a few years away from feeling a shift. And I think what they did for the World Cup final there in England and England winning on their home soil, it was such a big and important moment, not just for the England team, but for women's rugby at large. And I remember when our women's national team did this in 1999 here in our country, and what has now transpired 26 years later, you can kind of always point it back to this one before and after moment. And I think that this Women's Rugby World Cup is hopefully going to be this before and after moment for women's rugby. So
good one.
Good job.
Love it.
Good job, England. Yeah.
Yeah, love it. All right, I'm going with WNBA finals with the Las Vegas Aces winning it all, because that turnaround mid-season when they were like sub 500, they lost by 53 points to Minnesota in early August, and Becky Hammond was like, what is happening to this team? We had Becky Hammond on the pod, and it was so good to hear from her about the turn. But Jewel Lloyd, one of their players, was like, listen, put me on the bench, bring me from the bench as a spark off the bench. She was starting at the time, not playing great. And Becky was like, she had to convince me this was the right thing to do. Asia Wilson sends a text to the group and basically says, like, if you are not embarrassed by that game, do not come to practice. This is ridiculous. Has it come to Jesus meeting with them all. And they go on a 16-game win streak to finish out the season. And then, as we know, they win their, third title in the last 4 seasons for WNBA. Becky Hammond does. Asia Wilson wins MVP of the league, co-defensive player of the league, player of the year as well of the league, finals MVP. I mean, it was just a really cool season, and a really cool way to finish the season for that group. So I was pumped for them. So WNBA Las Vegas Aces was my number one.
Well done, Jules. And guess what? You get to keep talking because the snake rule has you picking first this round.
Yes, I get to snake around to the other one. So my second one is Kinger. I don't know if you saw this, but Abby and I were obsessed this weekend with But not just
God,
this
I wanted to
weekend.
take this
Yes,
one.
so
With what?
sorry. Bye-bye. I got it. It's mine.
Whoa. What were you obsessed with?
Texas A&M and women's
Oh, I saw that.
volleyball.
Oh,
NCAA
my God.
volleyball.
Kinger,
And
this...
we had Bus Boom. Remember?
Yeah, we had Bus Boom, and they beat Danny, Bus Boom Kelly's team, Nebraska. So literally, Kinger,
saw some of it.
going back to the round of 16, Texas A&M comes in, beats Louisville, right, in a reverse sweep because they dropped the first 2 sets. They have to win the next 3. They beat them in 5. They go to the Elite 8. They take on the undefeated Nebraska team, who only
At
dropped
home.
1 set at all in conference play in the Big Ten. They're at Nebraska against this undefeated Nebraska team that everyone thought would take us and run with this this year and this title. And they beat them in 5. The 4th game went
was
to
unbelievable.
37-35. Nebraska wins the 4th. You think Nebraska is going to roll that momentum into the 5th. They lose the 5th set, 15-13. Then Texas A&M, who's never been to a Final Four, gets to the Final Four. They play Pitt, who's at its 5th consecutive Final Four. They sweep them. They play Kentucky, also ranked number 1. Sweep them. They sweep the Final Four. And Texas A&M, who had never been to a Final Four, wins the national title. That, my friends, is a story. Holy heck.
That is unbelievable. And I knew one of you would have that one.
Yes.
So well done. I
Yes.
love that, except I felt sorry for Nebraska, but
I did too.
God, Texas A&M played out of their minds.
know.
And I thought Nebraska was a little off a little. They hit out of bounds more than they usually do.
Yeah.
Well,
and
they
that
had
first
some
touch is so
sickness they were
important.
fighting too.
I just thought Texas A&M, their blocks were just out of this world.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it, but I just love it.
Yeah, I think
mean,
Nebraska
You're
was-
spot on with all that. Yeah.
Some of the players
Oh,
on
my
Nebraska
God.
were a little sick in that game, and
Doesn't matter. You got to give it. You got to do it when it
Yeah.
matters.
Texas A&M. And Billie, did you know that 1.2 million people tuned in on
Yes.
ABC?
Of course, I care about
That
that.
was for the
Freaking
Nebraska
awesome.
Texas game.
Yeah.
That was Elite 8.
Yeah.
They haven't
Yeah.
got the numbers yet. Well,
For the finals.
when we're recording this, they haven't got the numbers yet.
Well, you know it's going
Yeah.
to be records. So the volleyball was at such a high caliber. I mean, everybody was. Oh, it was just the greatest, and every player mattered.
Okay,
I'm
so-
just showing you what you got.
Whoa.
All right,
Okay.
so here it's my pick, I think, because Billie picked first. This is so hard for me because I'm. What do I want to do? Okay, that one's going to be left, I think, so I'll be able to. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pick the Love B volleyball, the Love Volleyball League, the new volleyball league that started up.
Yes.
And I am a little biased, and I don't know, Billie, if you know this, but I am now a part owner of the Love San Francisco franchise team. Did you hear about this?
Great. No, I didn't know that. But Lana and I invested in them a long time ago.
Yeah, you invested in the league
Love B.
and-
But you're with the San Francisco. Oh, that's going to be
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'm so
Well, thank you.
I'm
Yes.
so excited. Glennon and I are both getting into it.
Great.
And quite frankly, it was the Nebraska Texas game that Glennon didn't have any idea. Number one, how popular the sport is, how wild and obsessed these fans are, and then number two, she couldn't believe how intense and fun the games were to watch. Like, she knows nothing about the actual game. She has no idea what the rules are. She looks at me every time, and every time the ball hits the floor, she says, "Is that good or is that bad?" And I'm like, honestly, like, I'm still learning. I just look for the ref, and wherever the ref points, that's where the point's
Right.
going. You
It's
know,
good, right.
But this new professional league is something that I'm really looking forward to participating more and putting more time and effort into Northern California, since our girls are going to school up there. So, yeah, that is my pick.
Oh, good
Love
reason.
volleyball debut.
Does Glennon call it the volleyball? How does she refer to it?
She calls it the volleyball. And Billie, you want to know why she loves it so much? She loves volleyball so much because there's no physical contact with players. It's because watching soccer or basketball, where it's like a contact sport, that scares her. She's like, how do these people get up off of the ground after running into each other every time? Or they're touching too much. It's too much touching. So the net separates the teams, and she loves it. She loves it.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
So good.
Billie, I think it's your pick.
Your pick.
Yeah, it is my
Kinger.
pick,
You
and
got
that's
Madison
that is
Kings.
just one extreme to the other.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the PWHL,
Yes.
winning back-to-back championships, a brand new league. It's going to be it's already started its third season. I'm totally prejudiced. Ilana and I
Yes.
were very involved from the beginning. We actually got the players to become an association. I mean, Ilana really spent a lot of time. And if Kendall Coyne hadn't come to us and said, would you help us, we wouldn't be in this situation. So it's really exciting to be a part of it. But more importantly, just the third season. I can't believe we're in the third season already. But the win back-to-back is just amazing. It's the Walter Cup, which I told you, I think, before, is a little heavier than the Stanley Cup, which makes us really happy. And, it's just so back-to-back
Right on.
championships.
Minnesota Frost.
Yeah.
Minnesota Frost won.
Everybody out there.
Twice now, you guys. They've won, and they're actually usually fourth in the ranking, so it's been weird. Like, you think somebody else is going to win, but
Right.
And I think even
no,
if
they
you
won,
don't
but-
live in one of the cities, they go on like a tour that they go to different cities.
yeah, we're
that-
going to neutral sites
they go-
to try them out because for future franchises.
It's so
So
great,
what-
but like
So smart.
Future
you should
teams.
look into go on the PWHL website and figure out if they're
Yeah.
going to come to a city near you and play and go watch these badass women hockey players compete.
Okay, you get to go again, Billie.
The mixed doubles was played at the U.S. Open this year, and they got some A players back in. They had a special event, and it was. See, I think mixed should be the biggest event in tennis. I think that's where all the big money should be, and I like the fact that men and women are together. I think
Yeah.
it's equal. It shows equality and inclusion. I'm all big on that. So anyway, they tried this little different thing this year, and it 24,000 people. Ash Stadium was totally sold out. It was just, and the points were, I think it was the best I'd ever seen tennis. I just loved it. And the Italians who play doubles all the time actually end up winning and beating some of these superstars we have in our sport, like Alcaraz and these people, and Jack Draper and Jessica Pegula. Anyway, I just wish tennis would make this the number one event. It should be the biggest event in our sport, and yet it's the third event, so it's the last event actually. So it drives me crazy.
Well done.
I just, I thought I'd throw that in, which has nothing to do with what we're doing.
That's
but
well
I
done.
can't help
I
it.
like that. All right, Abs, it's you.
All
you
right.
get your third choice.
So my third, this is in no specific order because these were just like such important moments for me this year. I have to go with Natalie Grabow, our oldest Ironman to ever win in Kona. At 80 years old, she became the oldest woman to finish Kona. She completed the full 140.6 mile course. Y'all, that's 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride. And then after all of that, she just has to run a full marathon, which
That's
is
all.
26.2 mile run. Now, I think that this is, first of all,
Insane.
I think that older women that are older than me, I very much respect and look up to. And if you've ever done any long distance race before, I've done a marathon. I'll never do one again. There's an inset respect and just like complete admiration for anybody who can compete and complete these things, right? Not to mention when you level up into a triathlon, right, where you're doing 3 different sports. Not to mention when you level up into an Ironman length triathlon at those distances. It would have been nearly impossible for me to do it while I was a professional athlete, let alone now at a 45-year-old age, let alone 35 years down the road. Like, I just cannot believe, and if you've seen the video, I know she felt a little embarrassed by it, but to me, she stumbles as she's like coming up the ramp, and I don't know why they build a ramp. Why are they
Why do we
making
need
these
another
people
hill?
go up another level to cross the finish line? it should be down, right? Or just
Right.
level. Just keep it level.
Absolutely should be down, or at least level. You're right. Oh, I can't believe that.
Yeah, but she was just awesome. We had her on the show. If you want to go back and take a listen to that episode, it's one of the things that just really made a big impact on me. So thank you, Natalie.
Yeah.
And that is the end of my podium. I think
Okay.
I'm going to win.
She was, but she was so inspirational when we had her on.
So
She was
incredible.
so good. 80 years old and that many things she's doing.
She's just getting, but she's just getting started. Let's
Right.
face
Life
it.
just gets
You can tell the
starting
way
and
she
all that.
spoke.
Listen to
You can
King.
tell the way she spoke, the way her enthusiasm, her confidence. She's great for all of us to listen to, no matter what age we are.
True. Jules,
So
what's
true.
your last pick?
Okay, my last pick. This one was it was between the European Championship because England did this amazing run where they come from behind in every knockout stage game and
Yeah.
end up winning the European Championships back to back.
Yeah.
But it is not that because we have Lindsey Vonn at
Oh, I knew you were gonna
41
pick that.
years old.
That was going to be I was going to bring it back.
I had her down. She's the greatest, man.
Jeez, y'all, this is insane. So she returns to skiing after so she retires in 2019 because she's got she's had 9 knee surgeries, this woman. She's got major injuries, retires in 2019, is away from the sport for 5 years. She gets this right knee fixed. She's got titanium implants in this right knee and is like, well, why not come out of retirement at 41 and try and make it for the Olympics in Milan Cortina because
Why not?
she has crushed at Cortina. I mean, literally, she calls it her second home. Everyone else calls it Lindsey Vonn's living room because she's
Yeah.
had so much success at Cortina in Italy. She's won 12. Wait, let me find this. A record 12 World Cup victories at Cortina. And so she's like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to come out of retirement. She was retired for 5 years. So in December, just recently, she returns to skiing and wins her 83rd World Cup when she's coming back. As she's trying to
Unbelievable.
qualify for her 5th Olympics at 41 years old, y'all.
And she cried on the podium. Did you see the tears? And that made
Yes.
me cry because
Yes.
I'm just like, I get it. Like if I was doing that, yes, I'd be crying too. That's so
You guys, that's 20 years.
I know.
amazing.
5th Olympics. And I am
20
so on
years
this
of
Lindsey Vonn
Olympics.
train. I cannot even tell you. Let's go. Get to Cortina. Get to your living room and go crush. That would be
gotta
amazing.
Lana
get
and I are
Lindsay
going
on.
to the Olympics.
I know.
So we're gonna go to Milan. Of course, we're going for the ice skating, but the ice hockey. So we're definitely going to
so
try to
you're-
do that.
you're gonna
'Cause-
have to go
I
check it-
love
check it
Lindsey
all out.
Vonn. Lindsey Vonn. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I've been watching her since she started. So, and she's so supportive of other women and
Yep.
and other women's sports, and all the things that matter in life. So go girl.
We got to get her. We got to get her to our party because she will
Oh,
be amazing. We're
she's
so
the
thrilled
best,
for her.
man.
So congratulations
She's
on
got the
all
gift.
this success and coming out of retirement. Okay, y'all. Here's our podium. Can you see it?
Can you read them out loud, Jules?
Yeah, okay. So Kinger's got Madison Keys winning her first major at the Australian Open. She's then got the PWHL Minnesota back-to-back victories. She's then got the U.S. Open mixed doubles new format as her full podium. Abigail, you've got Women's Rugby World Cup final in England, taking that one in England. You've got Love, the Volleyball League launching. You've got Natalie Grabau as your Iron Woman. All very good. But I think I'm going to take it, party people, and you need to vote. So and I've got
please.
WNBA Las Vegas Aces and
Oh, that
their
was big.
amazing turnaround. I've got the Texas A&M story. I mean, I've got some good stories,
That's
y'all.
big.
Texas
Yeah. These are
A&M
big.
rolling the Giants to win the NCAA volleyball title, and Lindsey Vonn returns.
Okay, I think
Who's
Julie
winning?
might.
Hashtag
Julie's might got us.
winning.
I
on
think
this
probably for the public and everybody, for the big masses that are listening and watching, it's probably going to be Julie. But it doesn't matter. We can have some upsets with Abs. Abby can, come on. Abby, you did great, too. And you're so funny.
Everyone will have their own podium, and that's cool. That's fine. We're fine with that. I just want to win this one. But you can have your own
You
podium
think?
and let us know what you're looking at, because we do want to hear. All right, so don't forget to subscribe, party people, to the Welcome to the Party YouTube channel. You can actually watch the party and click that little bell icon so you get updates when new episodes go live.
Yeah, and if you just take a second, we would really appreciate it to rate, leave a comment, and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Welcome to the Party Show, where Julie, Billie, and I will bring the party straight to your feed. You can also email us at partypeoplequestions@gmail.com. Shout out to Kate Diaz for our theme music. She wrote and composed it herself. You guys, we need to bring it in for a cheer. Let's
Bring
do the
it in,
USA.
end of the year.
Bring it
USA!
in.
Kinger,
USA,
count us in.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
USA!
Welcome to the Party is an independent production brought to you by Treat Media. Treat Media makes art for humans who want to stay human. Silver Tribe is our production partner, and you can also watch our full conversations on the Welcome to the Party YouTube channel and follow us at Welcome to the Party Show on Instagram and TikTok.
Party people, the party is officially